Hello viewers, Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel Learn English with Hamid. Guys, I have a question for you, and that question is, what makes a good language learner? What qualities do good language learners have? Today we're going to talk about 5 such qualities which make a good language learner, an excellent language learner. So, some language learners learn fast and some learn slow. So what do you think? What makes all this difference? What is the difference between a successful language learner and a slow language learner? So do you think that it's because fast learners are more intelligent, they're smart, and slow learners are not intelligent? Or is it because that fast learners or successful language learners go to a good language school, or maybe they went to a good school, or maybe they're from a particular part of the country? No such reason. Successful language learners have good habits. Yes, it all boils down to habits. So successful language learners have certain habits, and if you also adopt those habits, you can also be successful. So what are those language learning habits? Let's find out. We're going to talk about 5 such habits. So because habits play a very important role. They make or break our learning, and that makes all the difference. So the first habit that successful language learners have is that they do something daily. Yes, very important point. For example, they listen to English daily, they read daily, maybe they write daily, they try to improve their vocabulary daily. It's something on regular basis. What makes all the difference? It's like, an overweight, a fat person, for example. So if a fat person wants to lose weight, so what do you think? Should that fat person exercise at the weekend only, or should he or she exercise daily? Yes, daily, of course. So the same goes for language learner, the successful language learner. A successful language learner exercises or practices daily. Yes, mental exercise. So yes, 10 to 15 minutes using 10 to 15 minutes English daily is better than 2 hours at the weekend only. So that's the first point, the first reason, the first habit. A successful language learner practices English daily. Going on, a good language learner sets specific learning goals. It's not that I just use English and I use English daily, but I don't have any goals. So for example, the goal could be, I'll do 30 minutes reading today, or I'll learn 5 new words today, or I'll do 20 minutes speaking today. Successful language learners set clear and specific goals for what they want to achieve, and it keeps them focused and motivated. So for example, it could be, the goal can be to finish a book within a month. The goal can be to learn 100 new words in a week, for example. The goal can be to finish the grammar book in 1 month, let's say. And those goals keep you motivated. And try to have measurable goals. Someone said that if you can't measure it, you can't see it. So your goal should be measurable, like let's say 10 minutes reading, 20 minutes speaking, for example, listening to something for 20 minutes, watching a TED talk, for example. So you should have these measurable goals. Third habit that successful language learners is they try to improve their vocabulary daily, because vocabulary makes up a large chunk of second language learning. English has large vocabulary, and it takes a lot of time to learn that. So you should probably give more time to vocabulary learning and do that daily. So try to learn different types of vocabulary, new verbs, new adjectives, idioms, and learning vocabulary, new vocabulary will help you to become a proficient speaker and writer as well. Moving on, the fourth successful language learner is he listens to, reads, talks and about something they like. So they listen to something they like, they read something they like, maybe they write something they like, and they talk about something they like. Though we cannot do this all the time. For example, if you go to a language school, so you're given textbooks and maybe there are passages that you don't like, or in many cases we are given topics in exams and we need to write an essay on that topic which we may not like. But as far as your study at home is concerned, you can do whatever you like in terms of language learning, of course. So if you do something that you like, so it increases your motivation, you enjoy. And when you enjoy, you have fun, you learn fast, you learn more. So do something what you like, but don't just do whatever you like. Do a variety of things at the same time. So in the case of doing something that you like, what happens? That kind of learning happens, results in enhanced learning, and maybe you remember more what you have read or what you are going to listen to. And yeah, more comprehension. Yes, you understand more because you're reading something that you like, or you're listening to something you like. For example, we watch a movie, and after we're finished watching the movie, we probably like remember almost all of it because we were so focused. We like watching movies. So almost the same goes for study, though study is not as much fun as watching a movie, but you can make it fun somehow. And the last habit that successful language learners have is they take every opportunity, utilize every opportunity to speak as much as possible. So you speak more, you learn more. And this is what makes a successful language learner is. So more and more speaking results in increased fluency, and when you speak more and more, so you pronounce different words, and maybe you cannot pronounce a word, but then you try to pronounce it because you speak more. So speaking more and more allows you to say more and more words, and maybe you come across a word whose pronunciation you don't know, and you might ask someone, you might check in a dictionary, and hence you learn fast. So speak more and more, and that's a good habit, and this makes all the difference. And when you speak more, so it results in increased confidence, and it helps you improve your communication skills as a whole. So that is for today. Let's recap, go back and see what makes a successful language learner and what qualities they have. So the first is a successful language learner does something daily. A successful language learner sets specific goals. A successful language learners try to improve vocabulary on regular basis, if not on daily basis. And a successful or a good language learner listen to, reads, talks about something they like. They do something they like in terms of practice, and they use every opportunity to speak. And you do the same, I'm sure. I'm sure you are a successful and a good language learner, are you? Yes, so if you're not, try to follow these tips, try to develop these habits, and these habits will make you a successful language learner. And that's it for today. See you next time.